I thought it might be fun to try to make a video showing how I get the most out of my portals. The first thing to do is to find a grouping of portals without too many lines through it, such as this one. Next thing to do is to choose a base and a spine. What I do to choose the spine is to kind of crisscross from one portal to the other to see if things cross. Those two cross, so I can't use both of those portals. I could come down and use this portal as a spine, and then I can't use that one because it would cross that, so I would have to come all the way over to there. Now, three along the spine is okay. I could do better though. So what I'm going to do is use these as the base, and I'm going to try see what happens if I crisscross this way. These two are going to be okay. Seems like I managed to get 4 out of this. Yeah, because if I go along there, I'll get 4. And so what I'm going to do is use these 4 as the spine. Then what I do is I write down what I have for the base and spine. For instance, this connects the Theater Arts building sculpture to the Multicultural Center, and then along the spine we have Browne Hall connected to Ascension, connected to the WIU Union Kiosk, which is then connected to Centennial Honors College. And then what's going to be filled in is all these other lines that I didn't fill in before. So this is going to give us, I think, 10 triangles altogether, just these portals by themselves. We'll have 1 here, 2 when we make this triangle here, and then 3 and 4 when we put in this line here. 5 and 6 when we put in this line here. 5 when we put in this line here, and then 6 and 7 when we put in this line here. 8 when we put in the this line here. 9 and 10 when we put in this line here. Actually, no, this is already made, so 9 and 10 when we put in this line here. Now we also have an unused portal right here, Knoblach Hall, and so I'm going to find out what that is connected to. That is connected to the WIU Union Kiosk. So right here next to WIU Union Kiosk, I'm going to put Knoblach Hall. Ascension, I'm going to put Knoblach Hall there too. And what's the other one? This one down here is Theater Arts Building. I'll put Knoblach Hall right there. My current convention is to put the letters of that all on the same side, so that if I have Theater Arts Building statue, it'll be on that side with the Theater Arts Building statue. And so that tells me that I can link Ascension to Knoblach Hall without fear of messing up the rest of the structure. That will also provide 3 additional triangles, one right here, and 2 more when this gets placed in there. Now this is still going to be a bit difficult to implement. What I do is I take a bicycle around and I visit each portal, filling them out, making sure that all of the resonators are placed, and after I've done my first lap, I open up a capsule, toss all my keys in the capsule, and then start over. And I do this, I would do this about 4 times, basically 4 laps around those different portals, hacking each one. Each time at the end of the lap, putting everything into a capsule, and putting all your keys into a capsule. And then finally, on the final lap, go around and start linking things up in order. You want to create this triangle first, and well, you can create the full spine here, and you can add these 3 lines here that comes from the external thing. But then once you have the spine and those 3 lines, what you want to do is you could start from one end and just throw the links out like that, and then after, for instance, after those links are made, which can be pretty much done in any order, then you want to throw the links from this side. But this time the order is important, because if you throw this link, I think, if I remember correct, well, actually I think you can throw links from here, but if this has 8 outgoing links on it, then you're not going to be able to throw another link. You can throw links from here to there, unless you put a ultra soft link, whatever it's called, which allows you to throw more than 8 links from the portal. You might get stuck not being able to fill out those inside ones. But if you do get stuck and you can't throw any more starting from this side, you can come up here and throw the link in the other direction. Why 4 laps? 4 laps is approximately the right amount, because you can only get 4 hacks in 4 hours unless you put a multi-hack or a heatsink on there. Also, I find you get usually 2, 3, or 4 keys from each portal in that time, and usually that is enough to fill out something of this size. If you had a spine that has 7, 8, 9 links or portals on the spine, you might end up needing to come back here to these and put a multi-hack on them, or something like that. But the key to this one is to get those experience, or the AP. If you have a lot of AP and you just want to create really big fields, this is still useful, but you would probably spend a lot more time at these 2 initial portals gathering keys, and then these portals would be a long distance from those initial 2 portals. So I think the main point of this video is getting that base and spine in there, and then building your fields from smallest to largest, so that the first field is just one field. I'm sorry, this third portal gets you just one field, but each of the rest of them will give you 3 additional fields. 1 for that way, 2, 3, 2 for that, and 3 for the big one, 4 for this one, 5 and 6 for this one, 7 for that one, 8 and 9 for that one. 8 for that one, 9 and 10 for that one. I think I skipped one. Anyway, hope this has been helpful. Ta-ta for now.